You let me violate you.
Every now and then, a film comes along that hasn't had much attention given to it for some reason, and by the end of it, you wonder how that turn of events could have happened. Dear Zachary is one of those films for me. It is a documentary made about a close friend of the director's who was found murdered in 2001. And what begins as a memorialisation of him evolves into so much more. And to say much more would be to do the film and the experience of Dear Zachary a disservice. The twists and turns that the story takes makes the adage, truth is stranger than fiction, very real and heartbreaking. Kudos to director Kurt Kuenne, I'm sorry if I've mispronounced that, for putting together such a powerful piece of work that would have been made under the most trying of circumstances. Fabrice?
Yeah, well, I mean, I certainly agree with you. I mean, it's undeniably an extremely powerful film. I was one of those films that you kind of feel a little bit numb after watching, because it's emotionally draining. It's and also on an intellectual level, I guess, or a more rational level, just that something like this can happen is quite mind-blowing. Unfortunately, though, I have to say that I found the actual technique used in this documentary was not as good as it could have been. It actually, at times, it removed me from the emotion I was going through. I thought the editing and the sound was just too much. Yeah, I mean, I kind of, I was thinking to myself, if this had been done more like Errol Morris's early work, for example, just giving the people more space in which to speak and just keeping things more simple, then this would have been, you know, an undeniable masterpiece. As it is, it's good, but yeah, I just those elements did throw me.
I've seen it twice now.
Yeah.
And after the first viewing, I guess that was on my mind. But after the second viewing, when I knew what was coming, and not just the story but the technique, like you say, I didn't have a problem with it at all, because I mean there's a lot of information to get through.
Yeah.
And this guy that was murdered obviously touched a lot of people's lives. And you know, you're getting so many testimonials that you sort of really do get a picture of what this guy was like, and I thought that was why it was the technique the way it was.
Yeah.
Because I mean the guy's obviously not around to, you know, sort of tell his own story or show you the way that he is. So I do kind of disagree with you. I would be interested to see if you feel that after the second time of viewing it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you can obviously tell that it's made with no budget.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's done everything.
Yeah.
Everything. He's got the footage from 20 years ago. You know, and managed to insert that in the film to help paint the picture. I guess if there was anything negative about it, I would like to have known more of the story of the murdered man's ex-fiancée.
Yeah.
Or ex-girlfriend. Seems to be very sort of skimmed over. I think maybe it's probably a little bit too personal for her to go into, which is fair enough. But at the same time, I mean, it would have just helped sort of fill in a few of the grey areas.
Yeah. Yeah.
Having said that, it's a wonderful testament to the parents of the man. It's unbelievable that they've become activists for a very good reason and a great cause. And something that really does need to be looked into. Yeah,
that they didn't, you know, completely fall apart after what they went through is amazing. I mean, they're such inspiring people. I thought.
Yeah, it's so true.
And also, I have to say the actual director of this film, you know, that he was able to go into this kind of subject matter for, you know, to look at the death of his best friend. it's amazing.
Yeah, you can hear him in the narration sometimes, just keeping it together.
Yeah, just his voice, like little moments where you hear his voice crack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And though he could have polished it up and done it again, sort of, without any emotion at all, I think the decision to leave it as it is, I think, was an excellent decision.
Yeah, same.
And really brings home the whole feeling and of the story. And yeah, I mean, I chose this film to review. It came to me from another friend who said, look, just see this film. I'm not going to tell you anything about it. You should probably just see this film. And I think that's the best way to go into it. But I chose this because I wanted to let people know and get it out there, because it didn't get a cinema release here in Australia. It's not widely known. I actually thought it was nominated for an Oscar, but in research I found that it wasn't.
It was nominated for some awards.
It was nominated for some awards, but no real major ones or anything like that.
Yeah.
But if you can find it, Dear Zachary, the subtitle is A Letter to a Son About His Father. Please find it and please check it out when you can.
Well, I don't know if I should do this or not, but just as a plug to my local video store, after having seen this, I actually ordered in a copy from overseas to bring in. So if you are in the Carlton area, Video Zone will shortly be having a copy of it. Yeah, great. So, well done. Thanks for that. So, like I said, I don't really want to talk about it too much more because, like I said, just go into it, watch it, and take it for what it is. Yeah. So for me, yeah, powerful stuff. 9 out of 10. 7 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
A couple of policemen met us at the airport in Pittsburgh. Took us over to the hospital. Bill and Clark picked us up and took us over to Latcha's funeral home in Greensburg. And then he took us down a stairway, gurney at the other end, with a white sheet over a body. And went over to him, and when we could see his face, I said, "It's really him." I kissed him and held him, and Kate kissed him and held him and kissed him some more. And tears are dropping on him, of course, and Kate went to wipe one of those away off his cheek. And a plug came out where he'd been shot in the left cheek. Oh, God. She pushed it back in and cried some more. After that, I lost it, and I just ran outside and screamed. I was so fucking mad I couldn't see straight. God damn it, I hated it. I've never hated like that. Didn't even know who I hated. Didn't know who it was then. Just knew that somebody purposely